Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest in the building. I got my dog, Doe, in the building today. Looking
first?
Yeah. You don't like to be first every now and then?
It's just never first.
I'm giving you loving energy. I just want love energy for you. That's all I want for you.
He's giving you that love energy right back. You see the eye roll. You see like him being offended by being first now.
He's offended for being first. All he wants is to be first, and now he's offended that he's first. You can't please certain people here.
Some would say it's because someone killed his energy.
I'm trying to give it back. Spirit bomb that nigga with a whole fucking first place. No? Give you that love. And we're done. Now, next person that I have here on my podcast, the big dog, the big homie, my co-host, my dog Pucho's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me on your podcast, Tony.
I said that?
Which you're here from the One Up Podcast, is that correct?
Tell us a little bit about representing the One Up Podcast. Yo, 4 guys. We don't even know what the fuck we be talking about, but we be talking. Sometimes too long. Sometimes they get 2 hours long. I don't know why we do it to ourselves. Ourselves being my podcast, not this podcast. It's a different One Up Podcast.
Last but not least, the Texan without a gun, Mateo.
Tony, how would you feel if we just started our own like split off podcast, but all of them were also named the One Up Podcast?
Yeah, I don't know. I really did say my podcast. I said that.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I think I said that. I think Pucho's energy. I love the energy that Pucho brought.
We're not doing the rewind. You definitely did say it. That shit takes way too much editing time.
To do the rewind?
Yeah, the other day, though, he put, we're doing a rewind clip. That shit, I was doing just that clip from like 5 o'clock to like 7 o'clock. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
So now
you know, it's like that, though. There was a thumbnail I did last week where I did like the scrambled porn effect on us, and that shit took me an hour and a half to do.
Oh, wow.
Scrambled porn effect. I didn't know that was the title of that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, Tony doesn't look at our stuff.
No, I don't know that's the name of that. Is that a legit name or you made that up?
I mean, I was doing like the effect of like making us look like we're scrambled porn. But Tony does not look at things because he has not responded to Doey's attack on him from earlier this week on Twitter.
No, on Twitter, yeah. No, Twitter is like a...
He didn't see it.
No, that's where we get to shoot all our attacks at. You toss them in the comments, toss them in the description.
I didn't even see the attack against Tony.
That's crazy. Why are you attacking me, though?
It's not. It's just, it was one of the shorts. On one of the shorts, I got creative with the
By
title.
attacking me.
Because you said you want to get dick down. I just added
I
the
never
Aki
said
way.
that.
Oh, the Aki way.
Yeah.
The Aki way.
The Aki way.
It can't be a pork dick.
I've never said these words. That's crazy.
You definitely said a girl's gonna dick you down the right way.
I did not.
We did a rewind.
You could literally watch the clip. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get him watch your shit.
But he doesn't watch our show. Mira eso.
Tell us about that Steam Deck, Pooch. How's that been treating you?
Oh my God. It's everything I wanted it to be. It's amazing. Oh God. You can see us right there.
Oh, you're giving away all our secrets.
All the secrets. Yeah, I'm loving it, bro. I'm playing a lot of shit. Like Beaumont said, I haven't bought a single Steam game with this Steam Deck. All I've been playing is old games. All I've been playing are old games.
That's crazy.
I'm just loving it. I'm playing all types of shit I haven't played in years.
Did y'all see that they put out that video showing off like the new features in the Steam Deck update, and they had an emulator included in like the video that they shared?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they were they pulled the video and they edited out that little like 2 seconds where you can see like, I think it's Yuzu or something that they put in there.
Yeah, Yuzu, that's a Switch emulator. Yeah, they've been fucking up putting that one. Nintendo ripped that video apart.
Damage is done already though. It's out there.
That done goofed.
Man, fuck Nintendo and all them people.
Diablo.
If they're not gonna preserve their games for us to play, then we're gonna have to do what we have to do, so they can go suck a big fat cock.
This is the Switch though, right? So like those games are currently like preserved. They're around.
Yeah,
But
10 years from now.
But I mean, like, how are you gonna? I don't know that I find anything wrong with like showing that your console can emulate or your PC can emulate, right? Because like every fucking PC can run an emulator, basically.
Yeah, emulators are legal. Like, yeah, I don't know. The I don't think there's anything wrong with writing a piece of software that does something, and then grabbing ROMs are also legal if you own the hard copy.
Is that accurate? I've always heard that one, but I've never actually gone and like looked into it or not.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't gone and looked into it, but I'm pretty sure it's the case. It's like some, probably some American law that says, hey, you own this thing. You get to do as long as you don't distribute it, which is, then you're like fucking around with somebody's IP. But yeah, I don't know. I only emulate games I own. I don't emulate other games.
I find it weird though that it's like you buy a PS5 and you're only playing PS4 and PS2 games or PS3 games. Like, why not? Why haven't you bought a Steam Deck game? It's just because you just no interest in it just yet, or?
No, there's no Steam Deck games. It's just their PC games.
Oh, I thought they had.
So it's like I could buy PC games and play it on there, and that's fine. And I do plan on it. I'm just excited. The first thing I was excited to do is jump into like a bunch of old games that haven't been, easily accessible. Like, I got a bunch of PS2 games that I've wanted to play for years now. And, I could have played it on my laptop or whatever, but it's a little bit more convenient on the Steam Deck.
All right. I didn't know if I thought like they have like handheld games like made specifically for the Steam Deck. So I don't own one, so I don't know shit about it.
The way it works is basically like when you're going through like the Steam store, when you're accessing it on your Steam Deck, it will tell you this game is great on Steam Deck, or it's playable, or it's untested or something. It'll like gives it like a little like rating basically on like what your experience is going to be like.
So
yeah, the day I got the Steam Deck, I had a horrible experience trying to play Max Payne 3 on the Steam Deck. And oh my God, it took me hours to get Max Payne 3 working. And that's the bullshit with PC games.
Your boy, I helped you. Grand Theft Auto 4, best Grand Theft Auto that ever came out.
I found that odd too. The way he was just helping him out and just showing so much joy and then sadness for things. I found it weird. I don't know why. It was like, oh man, I can't get this to work. Oh my God. No. I'm like, damn, did someone die? I'm reading the comments. I'm like, yo, this seems extra. Like, is this man drunk? Like, why is I don't know. I found it weird. But I don't know, fair. You helped him out, so it's kind of great, but it just
He didn't.
Oh, he didn't help you out?
He didn't help me out. He sent me things. It didn't help me.
That's crazy.
I thought you said installing Grand Theft Auto 4 fixed it.
Yeah. You didn't tell me to install GTA 4.
I gave you the idea.
You said a word that gave me an idea, but you're...
Planted the seed.
You planted the seed. I'll give you that.
That's hilarious.
That's so weird that you had to install like GTA 4 to get Max Payne 3 working.
Yeah, it's something to do with that. Rockstar has like their own launcher or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I guess Max Payne 3 doesn't properly install the launcher, but GTA 4 does. So I was installing Max Payne 3 and the game wouldn't start because it couldn't start the launcher. And then when I installed GTA 4, it properly installed the launcher. So then when I went back to play Max Payne 3, it was able to launch because it could find it. It's stupid. It was just a pain in the ass, and it took me hours. I had to make a Rockstar account. I had to get things working. I manually installed the Rockstar launcher on the desktop, and Max Payne still couldn't find it. It just took me hours to play this game, and I'm not even loving it.
I was going to say, is it worth it? Was it worth it?
It certainly wasn't worth it.
Man, yeah. I remember enjoying the hell out of Max Payne 3, but it's been
I don't see how you're not enjoying it.
I didn't say I wasn't enjoying it. I said it's not worth it. I'm not loving it like that. It's okay. The game is just too one-dimensional. Like,
Very.
It's like you get a cutscene, and then it's just like a bunch of shit that nobody cares about. You're like, I don't even know why they're showing me this big waste of time. And all you're doing is waiting for the shit to hit the fan, and then you literally kill everyone. That's what you do. And then you go to the next place, and it happens again. You get a cutscene, that doesn't matter at all. You're just waiting for everything to go crazy. Oh, there's 50 guys running it, and then you just kill everyone. It's just a little too basic for me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
There's just not a lot of like the only thing that's giving me a little bit of interest in that game are like trying to find all the clues or like trying to find the gun parts. But then I just get frustrated because I don't find them all, and it's like this sucks.
yeah. That's
And
just
they
trash.
love you walk through a door, bam, the door's locked. You can't go back. It's like, Or fucking, God forbid, you start looking in a nook and cranny and Maximus starts talking to himself. I really have to start moving now. And if you wait a little longer, failed. You just failed the mission.
Because she got killed, and you're like, huh? Yeah, I remember that. I hated that part. That's in the nightclub. Such bullshit. It's like, why are you rushing me?
To be fair, I remembered none of the Max Payne 3 story, but I remember like Max Payne 2 and Max Payne 1 no problem. So I think the story is definitely weaker in the third game than the other two.
That's one of my favorite quotes. That Russian shit. Everett used to tell me that shit all the time. He'd be like, "Yo, why are you rushing me? Are you Russian?" At first, I always thought it was dumb, but no matter what, every time I hear someone saying the word rush, like that shit just brings me back to my boy Everett, like all the time. Because I used to be in a rush. Nigga be like, "Yo, stop rushing me. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit." But
Mad Nirvana energy.
damn.
Yeah, I don't like when people are rushing me when I'm not late. But people be doing that shit. It's
but
like,
you-
I'm getting ready. Come on, let's go. It's like, bitch, we on time. Like, we about to leave in 5 minutes and make it there on time. Like, I'm good. Get out of here with
You
that
get
bullshit.
hit with the rushing when you're not late. That's crazy. Usually, you should only get hit with that shit if you're late. All
I
the time.
hate waiting for people to get ready. That shit gives me anxiety. Like, if I had to go somewhere with Doe, we're gonna be late, and it's gonna make me take.
No, you have to
It's gonna
leave
put me in a
hours
bad
before
mood.
that. It's Starbucks runs, fucking energy
This is
build
why
ups.
in the future I'm always getting my own car, and I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Fire. That's what's
You
up.
just
How do you-
with Doe, you just don't set times for things. Like that's the best route. You want to not be frustrated, just don't set a specific time for something.
Yeah.
Let people know we're gonna be at the bar at some point this afternoon. We'll text you when we're actually on our way.
Pretty much. And then when we're leaving is when he'll show up.
And then he's got time for his Starbucks run. He's got time to play some Battlefield 5 before we take off anywhere. He's got time to get good and stoned, take a shower, get more stoned, and then we can go to the bar.
That sounds like a great day for me.
That's crazy.
Sounds like a great day.
How do you
that
go to
Battlefield
group-
5 just made me smile.
How do you go to group activities or plan group activities with your peoples and your boys, and then you don't want to do any group activities? It don't make no sense to me. Then why go? That's all I gotta say. Why go? There's no point of that.
Nah, I mean, I get it. He's he moves a particular way. It's nice to move on your own time.
I have really bad anxiety when I have a time set that I have to make, like an airport or because I'm really bad at it.
Or a 10 a.m. podcast.
Or a 10 a.m. podcast. But some things make me more anxious than others, and airport definitely is like my anxiety level is through the roof at the airport. Because one, I have to be there at a time, and I'm bad at getting places on time. So
And then you gotta haul all your luggage. You are like a 3 suitcase bitch.
I don't do that anymore. But what I do is I leave my bag in the airport somewhere. I do it almost every time I travel in the airport.
Wait, every single time?
When I was in Texas, I left it all the way at the Starbucks.
Holy shit, dude.
And then I realized I'm like, I don't have my bag with me, and I had to walk all the way to the other side of the fucking thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And by that point, TSA was already descending on him for leaving a bag on it.
Yeah, they were already like I saw somebody standing by my bag. I'm like, yo, this is my bag, and he's like, oh, you this is your bag? I'm like, yeah, I forgot it here. He's like, okay, and then he called it off. He's like, never mind. This bag is somebody has this bag, and I was
It's
like,
not a
damn.
bomb. It's not a bomb.
Yeah,
Don't take the shot.
You can do it.
yeah.
That's crazy, though.
I
You
have
can't.
never done that in my
Yeah.
life.
Dude, I do it all the time.
They yell at you all the time. The lady on the PA system is telling you not to leave your bag unattended anywhere.
like I said, I'm just not. I don't do well in high stress, high anxiety like situations.
You know how you can avoid all that, right?
What?
Wake up in the morning, hit the joint, get up, 2 hours beforehand, get dressed, have your pre-night pack, all that done, and you moving out of the house with the 2 hour gap, and you're chilling. You're you know what I mean? You're not in a rush. You're not none of that.
I've gotten better at it. I definitely arrive at the airport pretty early now. There's just, I think in the past maybe 5 years, I've missed one flight.
Damn, I've never missed a flight in my life.
Missed one flight.
I missed a flight, but it wasn't my fault.
And, Pucho, too, for your anxieties of not being rushed when you're not late, maybe you need to get up earlier and wake everybody else up and tell them, yo, let's go. We're going to be late. And
They
hit the reverse.
They can't rush you if you're the one rushing them.
Facts.
That's not true.
I'm rarely the one getting rushed. I'm just saying that I don't like when I'm getting ready and people are clocking me. When I'm not late. Like, it's like, nah. Like, I be cutting it close. Like, I'm a exact kind of person. So I'd be like, all right, bet I could play video games till 10:27. Then I gotta get up and do this, do that, and then I'm gonna hit the door at 10:43, and it's you know what I mean, shit like that, and people be clocking me, and I'm like, nah, chill.
That's a fact. I've seen this firsthand. Like, we'll be sitting there, and all of a sudden, boom, gets up. Yo, Tony, you ready? Let's go. I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm not even prepared for this movement. Like, I'm chilling. I'm like 100% chilling in the couch next to him. He's. Dude, everything shuts off. I'm shocked. Like, whoa, why we turn this off? We got to go pick up my daughter, nigga. Let's ride. Damn, nigga, let me get my socks on and shit. This nigga's ready to go. He's like Flash, boy.
Yeah, that's when I flip the rush on other people.
Yeah, that shit is quick.
I'm going to be waiting in the car.
Exactly.
Damn.
And let him wait 2 more minutes in the car. He's honking at you and calling your phone like, yo, let's go, nigga. Like,
no, now it's going to be, I'm going to go wait in the car, and he's going to pick up his Steam Deck and walk out to the car.
Dang, this man got that Steam Deck mount ready. Like it. Also, bro, this is a big weekend right now for us Cowboy fans out here, man. Big weekend. Big weekend. We playing the Rams. We're going to destroy these guys. I got money on the line.
We're going to destroy the Rams. If any, it might be a close game, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Destruction?
My dog Rush is going to be rushing the shit out of that damn defensive line with the passes and the runs. Trust and rush. All right? We're doing a rushing rush this week, boys.
What has the NFL determined about the whole Dolphins concussion thing?
I don't know. A lot of people are upset, though. They're asking for more answers. That's for damn sure. They're saying this man should have not been playing. There should have been more. They want to know who signed off on him being able to play and where's the medical proof that he was okay. So, I mean, they're not saying much because it's still under investigation.
That shit is fucking disgusting. There's always been like the shit with concussions and the NFL, and it's always been like a big thing, but we've never been able to see like, what's the big issue, huh? Like, first of all, the first time, when they said it was his back, and then like you go look at the clip, and then he hits his head, and he can't stand on 2 feet, and then
damn, he looked bad, dude.
Yeah. That's the first time. The second time was a week later, and that's the one we're talking about, to where he was on the floor. He had no motor functions. Like, his motor functions went haywire, and it's like, obviously he shouldn't have been on the field. Also, sacking what is he? What does he play?
He's a QB.
Yeah, they sacked the shit out of him.
Well, that's what they do. Their job is to get to the QB and sack the fuck out of him.
That shit is a little bit beast to me. Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like that shit is kind of beast.
The hit was...
Maybe they should play 2-hand touch with the quarterback. Everybody else on the field gets hit. The quarterback gets a 2-hand touch.
I don't know, man. I just feel like it's a high contact sport, but I don't think there's... I don't know, man. It just seems very fucked up to be doing and putting these people through that type of pain.
What if you de-armor them? We got no helmets, we got no pads. You're gonna hit people a lot slower and a lot more carefully if you're not wearing any protection.
I don't know about that. That protection is a must. It's a must. But I mean,
isn't that what they do in rugby? Don't they not wear shit in rugby?
And yeah, they be bleeding and cuts all on their faces. They be smacking each other in the head. Bro, that rugby shit is serious.
It's like boxing. It's like
bleeding is better than brain damage, though, right?
Yeah, I would take
yeah,
that.
exactly. This is like MMA and boxing. Like people look at like in MMA they have smaller gloves or whatever, and people look at that like, oh, they want people to get more hurt or whatever. But what tends to happen is with the less padding, people get knocked out easier or they stop the fights easier, and they don't take a lot of accumulated damage. So in boxing, the gloves are there to protect your hands, but because of those gloves, you hit people many, 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 many times, and they end up with worse brain damage, at least from what I've seen. Like in boxing, there's more brain damage than in MMA, even though MMA looks like a far more violent sport. You know?
Yep.
That makes sense.
So Mateo was saying, like if you put on all these heavy pads, then you're going to tackle people as hard as you can because you're protected. If you decrease that protection, you're going to be more careful with the tackles. Now, I don't know if this is actually how it's going to play out, because back in the day, they used to just have those leather helmets and people were getting destroyed. So, like, I don't know about all that. But
no, yeah, that shit definitely sucks.
But, like, but to Doy saying, oh, this is the first time we've seen something like this. Yeah, I remember when Antonio Brown got, like, destroyed. It was like 4 years ago. He got hit so hard, he just never played good again. And he started doing all these. Then he started all these weird antics. I'm pretty sure he got brain damage so bad that he went like halfway crazy, dude.
Oh no!
I don't really recall that. Damn.
Yo, go look at that. Yo, I can't remember who hit him.
I think I remember that. That hit was brutal.
It was bad. It was somebody coming in at full speed, and they only hit his head, like with their shoulder. So you could see his whole head. He got knocked out. Like he just went unconscious. Like it was terrible. You could see his whole head. It looked like they were going to snap his neck.
That is more terrible, though, than the internet, bro. Like, not even an hour or two has passed when Tua got hurt, and they're already making memes of the guy. They had him talk about he's throwing up Crip signs and all this. I was like, yo. Like, they had a SpongeBob character. Remember when SpongeBob broke his finger? Bro, the internet never fails, dog. That shit is undefeated. Like, I looked at some of it like, damn, this might be a little too early, bro. It's not even 24 hours. And there's memes of this guy. Like,
it's never too early. Comedy, you can make fun of everybody. I don't care.
There's got to be some type of limit. At least 24 hours, at least, right? Like, give some breather on it before you dropping bombs on a man.
Like, why? There's always going to be somebody who thinks the limit should be a little longer. I don't know.
Also,
it's like, remember when Pacquiao got knocked out?
Oh,
the internet went ham on it.
That shit was funny, though. I'm sorry. That shit was funny. You know, man was sleeping. Or Nate Robinson, too. When Nate Robinson got knocked out, that boy was put to bed, bro. That shit was done for. The block didn't want him to come around no more. He was canceled.
That's sad.
I also showed you guys a image in the group of my bike I want to buy, but it's not a bike. It's not a bike. It's like an electric dirt bike, but not like a bike like Doughboys, right? This shit looks badass. Shit goes tops out at 35 miles per hour.
Uh-huh.
All black, like a Batman mobile. Shit looks nasty.
Do you have to pedal?
Nope, no pedals. You just get on it.
I see.
Bam, hit it. Gone.
Are you gonna wear a Batman costume while you ride it?
For Halloween, I might, and then have a little basket in front, and Luca will be Robin. You know what I mean? There you go. We out here snatching kids' fucking candy. Just as I drive by, I'm snatching all their buckets of candy. We out.
It'd be cooler if he was Batman and you were Robin.
Well, how's he gonna drive the bike?
Robin could drive today.
Yeah, Robin can ride the bike.
I don't ride, bitch. I'm driving. All right, he can ride in the basket.
You would be Robin driving.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm not the chauffeur, nigga. I ain't riding, bitch. I ain't doing all this like I'm some type of fucking
Driving the car is riding, bitch.
Wait, now
for
it sounds
somebody
like
else. Yeah, for somebody. I ain't the fucking chauffeur.
It sounds like he wants Luca to drive now because he doesn't want him to be the chauffeur.
It's just a costume matter. If he puts on the Batman suit, then he could be the chauffeur. And it doesn't bother him anymore. I don't get it.
Because I'm the lead character. Everybody knows that Batman's the lead. Robin's a sucker nigga.
Tony, just put on those underwear outside your pants. Put those tights on. You'll be a good Robin.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Mr. Underpants. One of Doughboy's favorite books he read in high school.
What the hell is Mr. Underpants?
Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants. Yeah, my bad.
He's a principal of a school. Whenever you say the magic word to him, which I can't remember, it was very silly. So like wobbly gubbly, he just like turns into Captain Underpants. He has superpowers and he fights like the evil toilets or like.
Does he have knowledge from his everyday life when he's in Captain Underpants mode?
No. He's got like it's a full on like
split personality.
Yeah. He's got a split personality. These two kids.
And the kids have the ability to convert him. That's a fucking horror story. Imagine that.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Wild. But nah. Dope. Didn't you I forgot what was it that you was telling me about fuck. I forgot now. I had a question for you that you mentioned on the weekend.
Should friends apologize to each other and thank each other?
God.
Yes, they should.
I don't think so.
I'm down with the apologies. The thanking, I don't like thanking people.
Exactly. I don't think it's good.
I don't like thanking people when they are straight up like anxious, waiting for that thank you. I like my thank yous to be off the cuff and genuine.
Exactly. Doe wants me to thank him so bad that he's been bringing this up for months. Nah, let me say like 2 weeks.
Is this for the t-shirts? What is this thanking you for? Or is it for waking you up?
Waking me up.
I don't even know at this point. Yeah, I think waking him up.
See, look, he wants it so bad that he forgot. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Or if I say, oh, thank you, it's not genuine, you're going to be like, oh, that's not genuine. Bitch,
it feels weird when somebody does something for someone and they're like demanding a thank you. It's like they did it for themselves. Like they just want the satisfaction of knowing that they did something for you.
Was it Dwight and someone else who they were trying to get each other? Or I owe you one.
Yep.
I don't remember.
Yeah, they keep doing nice things to each other so that they can owe the other person a favor, basically.
So basically, Dwight is trying to get everyone to owe him one. Like, and Andy.
That's right. He would end the favors by saying, "You owe me, right?"
And Andy's just too nice.
That shit was amazing. That shit is slept on by quite a few people out there.
Tony, what if you thank Doey by sending him like a gift basket or something, but you send him a gift basket with like the worst candies in it? Like,
that would be
It's like
nice.
when I bought Doey a video game as a gift.
Yeah,
and I bought him
don't do
Bad
that.
Rats. Only because he was like pressuring me. Oh man, you never gift me games. You never gift. I gave him Bad Rats.
Why do
But
you
anyways,
do that
let's
shit?
rein ourselves in because we are starting a topic right now.
Oh, yeah.
And Tony's lost it completely.
No, that was just a great conversation. My bad, Pooch. Now you ruined the energy. The energy is ruined.
Restart
Just
the
like Kanye
podcast.
West, ruining his image even more. Shit is out of control. This guy is out of control. For you guys. Walking around with shirt says, White Lives Matter.
That's your boy.
I don't know what type of protest he's trying to do or what. People are upset. The what is it, Black Twitter though? They're all upset about it, right?
I think a lot of us are just over it. Like it's just antics at this point. I know a lot of people, rich people for some reason were really upset. Like P. Diddy and Boosie. Apparently now Boosie is, if it's some gay shit, Boosie's gonna be tapped into it because he is not with the Jeffrey Dahmer shit, all right? He is not with it. And I was surprised. I'm like, this is a person who really hates gay people. And he's like, this is horrible. I'm like, all right. And Boosie, once again, he's like, White Lives Matter? He's like, nah, man, we're still going through it. So yeah, Boosie's redeeming himself.
Interesting. I didn't know he had to redeem himself.
Y'all haven't been on Kanye on Instagram? He's posting and leaking all his texts and shit like that. It's fucking
I love
everything between him and Kim, between him and Chloe, between him and everyone. He's calling out Virgil's people. It's just such a hot mess. I don't know. I could never be friends with a person like that in real life. I think it makes, in my opinion, it makes his brand look whack. It makes him look whack. It makes his raps sound whacker. It makes his beats sound whacker.
You're ridiculous.
When you know someone is this fucking corny in real life and this like mentally ill, it's just not for me.
You're ridiculous. That comment is ridiculous. I don't give a fuck what he's doing right now.
He's
His
a
music
fucking
is still
cornball.
good. It was good back then when you was like, Heartbreak, no. I love it. It's a good album. It's the best album.
That could
It's
always
still
be a good album. And
Yeah.
he could still be a cornball now.
Yeah, but that's what you just said, that it makes his music trash. There's no way it makes his music trash.
Any new music that Kanye West released, I'm not
There you
fucking
go.
with.
There goes the backtrack, and now it's the new music. That's fine. But I'm just saying, all his old shit, still good.
backtracking.
Yeah, because he made a statement.
I never said it made his old music whack.
You said it made his music whack. That's
This
old.
is
That's
what
including
and
old
I'm
music.
telling you what I meant when I said that.
Yeah, now because I'm calling you out on it. Like, yo, all his music's not
He's
whack.
just clarifying. This is
That's what I'm saying.
He
a
wants
backtrack.
He got me.
Tracker. That's not
got
about you
me.
got me. It's just that you're saying
It is. I got you. You were doing the thing, and I got you.
no. His music's not trash. His branding's not trash. His
Yes,
image,
it
him
is.
himself, yeah, he's fucking up his own image. But
So you don't think like the behavior he's doing is gonna color his music a little bit differently? Like he's gonna try to drop something like that's heartfelt. Maybe he's gonna say things about how he loves his family and friends, but then you're gonna look at all the shit that he's doing on the side and be like, I can't mesh these two messages together. So like that by in and of itself is gonna affect how you connect with that music. No.
yeah, the newer one, yeah, I would agree. Like I agree with his talk. I agree
So
with
then you
those shit
agree with
about the
David.
new music, not the old shit. Anything before this
All
white
right, well, then
T-shirt
get the
shit,
old shit out of your head because he never said it.
that was before. He made it clear now. Just that's it. But I'm still gonna buy his shoes, and I'll still listen to his new music.
I think that even listening to his old music is like maybe not something I'm gonna do too much anymore because I don't own any of his actual albums, right? So if I'm listening to something, I'm listening to it on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever the fuck, right? So that man is still getting money even for me listening to his old shit as opposed to if I just owned an album and I could just listen to it. No money going to Kanye anymore. That money's already been paid out.
Yeah, he just has some songs. As long as we don't find out that he's keeping people kidnapped and like and abusing them and shit like that, because there's like Bound and there's a lot of songs that he made his first two albums that are like I'll listen to these songs again. I gotta be completely honest though, this Kanye. Maybe he's always been crazy and we just didn't see it, but now we're completely seeing it, and I'm just not with it. Like
You didn't watch the Kanye documentary? He was clearly crazy from day one.
No.
You need to watch
it's
it.
cool.
Yeah, you need to go watch it.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I think he.
But yeah,
So
if I
wait,
could help
why do
it,
you say
I try-
he was? Why you say he's crazy from day one? Why do you say that?
You just gotta watch it. It's just like he was just delusional. Like the way he was fighting with people. He's been entitled. He's been cocky. All of that since day one. Before he deserved any of that type of like. Before he had the metal to do those things, he was trying to do those things.
I see.
The man
Disagreeing
was
up there, Tony? I see you shaking.
Yeah, I'm 100% disagreeing with some of it. Like the man was
I'm
nice.
100% disagreeing with half of it.
Like 100%.
50% disagreement, okay?
Like,
but all right.
like with the crazy part. I agree with the crazy. He was a little crazy, but there's a reason. And I don't find it like crazy, like insanity, like how maybe he's putting it. I'm saying like the man was nice. He was nicer than a lot of the fucking rappers at that time. And they weren't giving him play because they only see him as a fucking producer. But the man had beats that, I mean, obviously he knows how to make beats, but the man could spit, and no one was giving him a chance. So he had to like force his way in the industry to like get his chance. And then with his mother boosting him up, which shout out to his mom, if you know, for encouraging your son to be great, giving him that confidence. That's why he was a little cocky, but he was cocky because he was nice with it. So I don't think he was like egotistic or like crazy for thinking that he's nicer than a lot of rappers. That's what rappers do now. Like to this day, they be like, I'm nicer than this, I'm nicer than that. But when someone actually is nice, is he really fucking crazy or think he's too cocky? Nah, I don't think.
I never said that because he was nicer than other rappers. I'm saying that he was too egotistical because before he made anything good, he was claiming to be the greatest of all time.
Genius.
Like, yeah, I'm a genius. Like things like that. It's a little. It's like you haven't proven yourself. It's a little too early to be dropping those lines.
I think he's just an example of like another celebrity that just needs people in their lives to tell him no. Just someone to tell him like, nah, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. That's dumb.
The only person, the only person that could have done that was his mom. And I think
she probably was the person giving him that kind of like adjustment in his life. It feels like he went off the deep end a little bit more after his mom passed.
Once his mom passed, that's it. That Kanye we had was gone. That's
he
when
was crazy
changed.
Before then.
Nah, I don't think he was.
I
when
think
his mother passed away.
I think she was course correcting him a bit. I wasn't saying that he wasn't having issues
like,
before then.
That Hurricane Katrina shit, that Taylor Swift shit. Like it was little glimpses into like the nut job that this guy is.
But that doesn't make him crazy. I think he stepped over the line. Yeah, but that's not that Taylor Swift shit. That wasn't. I mean, that was beast. He was bugging, but that's not making you crazy. He felt the side. He's really passionate.
I think he was a nut job.
He's overly passionate with certain shit.
It makes you hard. You're uncontrollable. I don't know if you were crazy. What do you want to call it? Like your niggas gave him a script to read, and this nigga said George Bush doesn't care about black people. I said, yo, who was there with him? Who was there?
Mike Myers from Austin Powers. He just looked like a deer in the headlights. He was just like.
And then they went to Chris Tucker, and Chris Tucker was like fresh off of Rush Hour. He was like, I'm not trying to ruin my career.
Shit might have ruined his career.
That's crazy. Yo, by the way, I watched Rush Hour 1 and I'm watching Rush Hour 2. Yo, classic films. 10 out of 10 films. We need a new Rush Hour to bring Black and Asian relationships back together.
I actually watched. That's funny you said that. I watched Rush Hour 1 and 2 like 2 days ago.
So
Classics.
good.
Are we doing a one-up movie club and I'm not invited? What is going on with y'all watching Rush Hour 1 and 2?
Yeah, I wasn't invited.
They put it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
You should go back and watch Dead Presidents, and you should go back and watch The Fifth Element.
Have you
These are other Chris Tucker classics, right?
Oh,
everyone
man.
here's
Ruby
watched
Rod,
Fifth Element,
Friday.
right? Everyone here's watched Fifth Element.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Pooch made it seem like someone didn't watch it. I was like, wait. Nah, someone had to have watched it.
Nah, I didn't.
You-
Dude,
They
how
made
do
it
you
seem.
hear
You
words?
made it seem. You
The
made
guy
it seem.
you hear, I made it seem like people haven't watched it. Though he's just going back and rewatching movies, and I'm just telling him, watch these other Chris Tucker classics.
Yeah, I feel like though
I'm
Rush
making
Hour,
it seem like people haven't seen it.
he was so in his bag in Rush Hour 1 and 2. Like I can't like not. He's very charismatic in those movies. Niggas in Hong Kong saying "Freeze LAPD." Like what?
Nah, it was definitely a great. But what pushed Kanye to wear the shirt? Something had to have triggered him to do that.
I think Kanye just wants attention. I think that's the only thing that matters to Kanye, and he's an older rapper that maybe some of his albums recently haven't been as well received as the older ones. So it's like, how do I get my name out in the public? Yep. He's got a wife that suddenly became more fucking famous than he did, and I think there's a lot going on with that man, honestly.
I don't know. I think that something triggered him, and now there's shit that triggers this guy, and then he just goes off the rails with it. Like he goes Super Saiyan with it. Maybe his wife drama bullshit made him do this, and there's just something that's obviously he's mentally unstable right now. But I'm saying there's something that triggers that man, and since he's so overly passionate about anything,
It's called a manic episode.
That's what it seems like.
It seems like he deals with like extreme bipolar, maybe even schizophrenic. sounds like niggas be talking to him in his head and kind of like egging on this behavior. Somebody in there doing it.
You don't talk to yourself though?
Everybody has a voice inside their head, right? But I think once that voice starts to command you, I mean, it does command you, right? But like once it like has you doing I don't know, shit outside the shit you should be doing, I think you got to check yourself. I think losing your mind is a sad thing, and watching somebody slowly lose their mind and everybody kind of think that this shit is normal. I don't know. It's just weird. He's clearly losing his mind.
Yeah, it's like Tony's like an apologist for all this shit. He's like crazy. I don't know. Maybe cocky. Maybe egotistical.
Yeah.
Maybe he's maybe he acts out a little time. You know, he has little episodes.
Like,
Which I disagree. I disagree with you calling Kanye too nice.
You guys are assholes.
I don't know, man. I think he's sad, dude. What's going on there? For the first time in my life, I felt bad for Kim K. I was like, wow, poor Kim K. And I thought I'd never say that. As children, everyone, poor everyone who has to be around this motherfucker because he seems unbearably fucking like charismatic.
Do you
like
think?
Go ahead.
Do you think that shirt had to do like a protest against Black Lives Matter, or he's just doing it?
If you ask me, it was a part of it being just so blasphemous. We already knew white lives. What a fucking stupid thing to say. Of course, white lives matter. White lives have always mattered in this country. I think that's just what he wanted. He wanted to make a blasphemous statement, and he wanted to get some attention for it.
Is
and
it blasphemous?
And Fox News is eating that shit up.
And he knew. He already knew with the whole Trump shit. He already knew what type of, attention this garners. He probably even knows the statistics to like sales. Like last time he did this, what type of sales he got. He probably already knows a lot of this stuff. And he probably, hey, if I do something provocative, his name hasn't been really in the, well, I guess his name is always in the fucking news. Because I don't know. How many more of these are we going to go through before we're just checked out? I'm already checked out for it.
I don't know.
So you don't think it's blasphemous, Tony?
I don't know. I don't think it's blasphemous. Like that's
what is blasphemous, man? I guess what do you think it is, I guess?
Like it's beyond like it's just like it's against like religion, it's against church. Like, you think of blasphemy like that, but it's just like against everything that it stands for. Like it's why are we like it's the most extreme thing. Like why are we doing this? Like it's so hurtful. It's like I just think he just trying to do something stupid, right? Trying to build up some type of fucking. This is leading to something. I don't know what, but this is leading to something. This is all a play.
An album.
It's going to be another album.
I'm done. I'm done ever reviewing or listening to his music personally.
Like I said, I avoid listening to his music if I could help it. And the last time I listened to his music, y'all wanted to review a Kanye album. So I was like, boy, no.
We're going to do a Kanye album review in the next one.
I ain't doing it.
We definitely
what if Kanye released an album where he features Donald Trump on a verse? Or
I can't.
You gotta listen.
I would have to listen to it.
I would have to listen to it also.
It sounds like,
it might be a fire ass album. He'll definitely have a ghostwriter.
Yo,
might sound fire.
It'd be like when The Rock tried to rap.
Oh my god.
We don't talk about that time.
I can't even remember his rap career.
Do y'all remember? There's a lot
recent.
There's a lot of wrestlers that have done like hip hop albums, though, right? Usually, a lot of white wrestlers have done hip hop.
John
albums.
Cena's a rapper.
You should look it up, Pucho. He recently rapped like a year ago, and it's like some of the cringiest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. I remember that one. It was all over. I'm surprised he didn't hear it.
All over the place.
All over the place, bro. People are clowning that shit.
He really tried to come serious on this shit.
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
And
that shit was fast. Eminem fast.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. I fucks with
That's
it.
why
The Rock is fucking ripped.
Oh yeah, he's ripped, dude.
Yeah.
Man's gonna need a custom.
Okay, I remember. This is terrible.
Yo, but
What's my motherfucking name?
Yeah, that shit. bro.
Nah, but he's fucking Jack Diesel, bro.
Man works out every day. He has one cheat day. He has his new tequila, which is fucking pretty good. It tastes really fucking good.
He eats something like 5,000 or 6,000 calories a day or some crazy nonsense like that.
I love watching these cheat day videos. It's like a whole bunch of fucking pancakes, a whole bunch of fucking steak, eggs, a whole bunch. Bro, it's massive. I can't believe he could scarf all that shit down. It's fucking crazy, bro. Crazy. But, no, yeah. Kanye's probably gearing up for an album. I think that,
Who cares?
I think that he
His
might.
shoes are fucking ugly.
No, you're bugged
Those
out.
slides?
You're bugged out. Those foam
Those
runners,
slides?
Those slides are ugly, and
Hell
those
no.
fucking alien hole shoes are ugly.
Oh,
I don't care what
bro.
nobody
Oh, the
Those
says.
shits
slides
are-
are cool. Okay, you can have that.
Slides are lame.
The foam runners are fire.
Foam runners
the most
are lame.
comfortable shoe. Nah, it's the most comfortable shit I've ever seen in my life.
Who cares about the comfort? They look like
I
shit.
buy shoes for comfort, and they look good.
No, you
They look
don't.
clean.
You think they look
God.
good?
They look
You're
clean.
lying to yourself.
You're not
No, how am I lying
paying
to myself?
300. You're not paying aftermarket prices just because of the fucking comfortability.
I got my
right?
no. I got my shit for retail. I don't know about you. I got my shit for retail.
I don't know about you. You
How about
can't
you?
find any of his shit retail. Okay,
I've
Tony?
got his shit retail.
Great. I'm happy that you did. Okay, it's great.
I'm just telling you that it looks good and it's comfortable as fuck. I swear, I guarantee you though, there's no nether
There's
shoe.
no way this looks good. I'm sorry.
You what? What do you mean it doesn't look
This
good?
looks atrocious.
My
Bro, it
nephew
looks fantastic.
said he wanted Yeezy slides for his birthday. I had to ask him like 10 times, like, you sure this is what you want? I was like, are you sure this is what you want?
Is Tony getting the slides to show the shoes to show to us?
Oh, bro.
Phenomenal.
If
Comfortable. Can't beat that. Can't beat that.
nah,
Can't
I'm
beat
not
that.
down with it. They look wrong.
That looks like an alien molted the skin off his cock. Okay, that's what that looks like.
All right,
It
that
looks like
molten
shit.
cock fucking feels good on my feet. Tell you that much. This
Yeah,
shit
that's
feels
fine.
great.
I never said it ain't comfortable.
Rock them right
It
now.
just
while we're
looks
recording.
ugly. And you saying it looks good, you're lying to yourself because you spent an absurd amount of money for
Retail.
a shoe with holes.
It's like Crocs. All these people wear Crocs. Yeah, everybody thinks they're
Same thing. I
hideous.
feel the same way about Crocs. I think they're
Tony,
ugly.
you've witnessed me talking shit about Crocs and giblets or giblets or whatever the fuck they're called.
I bought,
You know,
And
I've-
giblets.
I bought Crocs for Luca. Luca loves his Crocs.
I've come around on Crocs. I used to think Crocs were like the ugliest thing. I was like, yo, literally, we're raising an entire generation of children to think that Crocs are normal shoes. And they aren't. They like just popped up 10 years ago. And when they first popped up, everybody was like, ew.
Nah, bro.
But now they're mainstream.
It's like
these
them
shoes-
Birkenstocks. I think them Birkenstocks are ugly as fuck.
They've been ugly.
Expensive as fuck. And everybody be rocking them shit.
Birkenstocks, Birkenstocks.
Everyone. It's the
don't know,
two
bro.
strap. It's two straps.
Shit is ugly.
It's the white
Oh.
person hippie shoe.
Nah,
Yeah,
them
they're
shits is
made out
trash.
of like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
plenty of people of color wear that shit.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do.
now because it's fashionable. Yeah.
Yeah,
did those become fashionable?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
yeah. It's crazy,
That's
bro.
weird.
New generation
I
shit.
think I think I seen friend of the pod, Ron wearing them.
Man, I ain't hating on nobody. Like, people can wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. I'm gonna talk
Just-
shit about it though.
Shits look fly. They feel fly. Just feels great, bro. And look, and they get dirty. You wash them out, just like Crocs. You just wash them. You keep it moving. These are the.
How do you feel about people who know it's raining outside and still decide to wear open-toed sandals and flip-flops?
I
do you feel
am
about
one of
those
those
people?
people. I wear slides in the rain to get in and out of shit. I don't feel like wearing my nice shoes in the fucking rain. So fuck it. I'll wear my chanclas and I'll walk. I'm a Florida
With
boy.
socks.
All right.
You know,
I'm a Florida
you know
boy.
that
We
with
wear slides
socks-
everywhere.
With socks,
My slides, yeah. I always
With
got
socks,
socks with my slides.
even if it's raining outside.
Yeah, sometimes depending on how
Oh
deep.
my God, that seems awful.
Depending. Because I'm in and out. I'm not staying in the fucking rain. But if there's big puddles, I'll take them off and then dry and put them back. You know, it's simple. But yeah, I have done it. That's why Pucho's waiting for me to
He
lie.
takes his sock off. He hangs it on a clothesline. He waits till them to dry so he can put them back on and walk away.
Pucho's waiting for me to lie.
Imagine meeting Tony at a bar on a rainy day. He pops in the bar, he takes his socks off and puts them up on the.
I've done it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, I can't get down with those shoes. I don't think they look good, honestly.
Anyways, there's a deviation.
Yeah, super deviation.
I don't really care about Kanye West or anything like that. The All Lives Matter thing, in and of itself, there's nothing wrong with the statement.
Was it
White
all
Lives
lives?
Matter?
White lives,
It doesn't matter.
yeah.
It's the same thing. In and of itself, saying white lives matter, nothing wrong with the statement. But the problem is nothing exists in a vacuum. Like everything exists in the world. The only reason white lives matter exists is as a protest to Black Lives Matter. And like because of that, I can't ever respect that message. Like I'm straight.
Same.
Yeah, I also don't agree with that message of the shirt.
Same with Blue Lives Matter. Same bullshit.
Same.
The Blue Lives Matter only exists as a protest to Black Lives Matter, and it's like
And you hate all lives matter as well?
yeah,
Yes.
it exists as a protest to Black Lives Matter. Those three messagings are like people trying to shut down or fight against people saying Black Lives Matter.
What about gamers' lives matter?
I've never heard that one. I hope that's not a real one.
No, that was just a joke. But yeah, no. I mean,
In a different world, right? Had we, had things played out differently, and during Black Lives Matter, people were also saying all lives matter, but it wasn't as a protest. It was just like in addition or something like that. I wouldn't have a problem with it because, like I said, the words don't mean nothing bad. It's just the intent behind the people saying them. You know.
well, in the spirit of Halloween, boys, because this is October. We all love October. It's spooky season. That beautiful, beautiful season. Falls, all that orange tree plants in New York, whatever the fuck. If you got that seasonal change.
Orange tree plants.
Like the orange leaves falling from the tree. New York got that shit.
It's called autumn.
Autumn, whatever. I was looking for the word. I couldn't remember it.
Or
Thank
fall.
you.
Doey's
I
the
said
only one. Doey's the only one out of us that actually lives in a place where they have seasons, right?
Yep.
Austin doesn't have seasons. Texas doesn't have seasons.
Our fucking desert. But in the spirit of Halloween, what horror movie villain could you guys survive? Defeat, make it away, whatever. Which one do
I've
you
got
think?
a good one. I
have a list. I have a couple.
Damn, you got a
myself.
list.
I've got some in mind, but I've got a real good one to start with. Like there's a new Hellraiser coming out, right? And like, who's the bad guy from that? Pinhead? Is that right?
I think so. It's the guy with all the needles or whatever.
Yeah. I could absolutely survive that because I am dumb as hell when it comes to solving like a Rubik's Cube. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to solve that puzzle box and actually even summon the demon in the first place. So you give me that puzzle box Hellraiser, the Pinhead, he's never coming out to get me because I'm too dumb to solve it.
Damn. Okay. So you
Saved by
definitely.
stupidity, dude.
Rubik's Cube is quite difficult, but yeah, I'll give you
I've
that
never
one.
solved a single one in my entire life. My older sister, she can solve one in like 2.5 minutes or like 2 minutes or something crazy like that. Never been able to solve one.
I also have a list, but not maybe as long as others. But the dude from Scream, I would murder that dude.
Ghostface?
Yeah, I would murder the fuck out of him. As soon as we get in a battle, I'm shooting you, and I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face. This ain't no second chance shit. Give me a chance to kill you, I'm killing you. It's a wrap. These people stab and run away. No, bitch, finish this guy. What the fuck you doing?
They shoot him in the shoulder and he goes down, and then they're like, oh, we made it. And then they turn around and he's gone. They're like, what the fuck?
Finish his ass. That's all you got to do, bro. It's not that hard. He's a fucking skinny little guy.
I was also tempted to say Ghostface just because like I've watched enough horror movies that I'm pretty sure that I know the rules of horror movies. So I feel like I could survive on that aspect. But I'm also think that the kid that knew the most horror movies, he gets killed in that first movie, doesn't he? The one that's telling him like all the rules. He's like, oh, you don't split up and like all that shit. I'm pretty sure that kid also died. So maybe I wouldn't be able to take Ghostface.
Yeah, I don't know. Ghostface is also very clumsy. So I feel like he's one of the easier ones to take out. But I don't want to fight a clumsy man with a knife in his hands. I feel like it's gonna go places you don't want it to go, and like I don't think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be pretty. You know,
You're gonna get stabbed somewhere awkward, like just right on your big toe.
Oh, right. Wow. That would really fuck my day up, bro. Like,
be a slice right in the middle of your back, and can't even like reach it or nothing.
Oof.
It slices just your left testicle.
damn. Going beast here. What about you, though? I know you's ready to drop one.
I'm gonna have to go with the guy from American Psycho. As soon as he starts his little monologue for the music reviews, I am out of there, bro. I'm fucking out of there. Yep.
Sting. And with this latest release is a little bit more contemporary. I'll be like, hell no. This don't sound right. I'm out. Fuck.
You're not gonna kill him though, because he's gonna just chase you. Like, why wouldn't you just fucking kill him?
I'm out of there.
This is like the Dahmer thing. You go to Dahmer's apartment. It smells like rotting meat. I'm gone. I'm not going in.
First of all, this place has got nothing. I think it's all white. His entire house. It's like all white. If I'm not correct, it's fucking weird.
Is it even clear that he killed anyone in that movie?
It's very ambiguous.
Yeah.
He just
That movie is
tosses
weird.
a chainsaw down some stairs and kills someone. I'm like, yeah, I would have just moved to the left a little bit and not got hit by the fucking chainsaw.
Yeah. What about
So
you?
I put Leatherface.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
I ain't never driving through no backwater ass town to be anywhere that motherfucker's gonna be at. All right, I'm not. He ain't gonna get on my bus. I'm not gonna pull out my camera. I'm not gonna threaten to cancel him. I'm not gonna be in no weird town in Texas pumping gas, chilling in abandoned houses. I'm not doing these things. I'm gonna just drive my ass wherever I gotta go, and it ain't gonna be near there.
Ew.
I just in a similar line of thought, I just went and saw Barbarian.
Oh,
And I'm pretty sure I could survive Barbarian. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the premise of the movie is basically you're staying in an Airbnb or some kind of rental place, and you discover a hidden hallway in the basement. And you know what? I'm not going and digging around in the basement. I'm not pulling random shit on walls. I'm just going to go there, have a nice Airbnb stay, and I'm going to be gone. I'm never interacting with this creature, this villain.
Isn't somebody already staying at the Airbnb or something like that?
Oh, I can't give any spoilers, dude. That movie just came out. That movie's like 2 or 3 weeks old.
It's in the trailer.
I'm all right. I don't want to hear about it.
It's so good.
I don't want to hear about it.
Also, Smile is coming out, and I want to watch Smile as well. Smile's
that
out.
movie looks interesting.
Smile looks creepy.
Smile. What's that about?
It's like the disease, a smile disease, that these niggas catch the smile disease, and it's over, nigga.
Ugh.
They just be smiling.
It looks super creepy.
That kid from Publix had that smile disease, Putra. Remember the kid?
Yeah, that was weird.
What are you all talking? What is this?
Nah, there was this cashier at Publix, and he was just the happiest person in the world.
Happy.
And it made us uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know how anybody could be
But
this
he had
happy.
top
This shit
tier
ain't
service
right.
though. Top tier service.
Yeah.
Did the when people come out with the T-Mobile, they came out like this, like just to show.
Last night, I was leaving a family member's apartment, and I saw a guy running down the stairs holding a tablet like that. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had been drinking, so I just blurted out, "Damn, you look like the AT&T guy running around with that tablet like that." And then everybody was like, "Man, you shit talking people's neighbors," and I was like, "Man, so wild AT&T man appeared. It was just shocking, man."
Hey, who is your internet provider?
Yeah. My next one is pretty simple because I don't think I'll do dumb shit like that. It'll be Candyman. By saying your name multiple times.
Candyman.
Why test that out? Why are we doing that?
But I don't think he only kills people that say his name multiple times. Once he was summoned, he was going around killing all types of people.
I thought you had to summon him first.
Nah, all the victims did not summon him. He was killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I forgot the movie then because I could have sworn you had to say his name 3 times.
Where was he, in Chicago or Detroit?
I think it was
One of
I'm
those.
not
It
sure,
was
dude.
ghetto. I'm
Yeah.
not being in the ghetto. I'm done with that life. I ain't getting caught over there.
I'm done
Same
with the
thing.
ghetto.
Like, look, I'll survive Jason Voorhees, bro.
Oh,
How?
Yeah, you want to see how? Doyle be like, yo, bro, we should go camping. There's this cool lake called Crystal Lake near the wood. I'll be like, hell no, I ain't camping in no backwater. Are you stupid? End the story. Boom. I'll never run into Jason. Just like that. He only kills people at the lake.
That's not true. He went to Manhattan in that one Jason movie.
That one don't count.
that
Didn't
one
he go to-
doesn't count.
Didn't he go intergalactic? He was in space and shit.
He did go in space also.
Yeah, it was
Jason's
ridiculous.
everywhere. I
That's-
mean, there's some that are just obviously, no, I don't want to fight him, right? Like Freddy. Freddy gets you in your dreams. Pretty fucked
Yeah,
up.
we're
Yeah,
all
I'll
fucked.
be falling asleep. I fell asleep
Although-
multiple times last night. Hell no.
Although, as we discussed in that first movie, when she like pulls him out of the dream or whatever, she beats the shit out of him. She's beating the shit out of Freddy in that first movie.
Yeah, if you could pull him out of the dream, but in the dream,
Yo, Freddy will come into my mind, have nightmares. All right.
dismissed. Nick, that's how you beat Freddy. That's how
Where
you
is that from? Is that the joke they made in what? Oh God, what's the Rick and Morty? Is that the joke?
I'm
He
not
went in
too
somebody's head and got nightmare. He was like, "Oh shit, I can't fuck with this person's head."
He jumps into Doey's head. It's just a big BDSM dungeon.
Mad cock rings.
He looks down. He's in a leather harness or something.
That's crazy. But nah, there's another one too, man. It's pretty easy, right? Because also I'm not fucking with it. Leprechaun. I'm not fucking with that.
Leprechaun's one of the obvious ones, right? Like,
Kick that little shit.
yeah,
He
like
was stronger than Chucky though. This man actually had magical powers.
Hey, he like ripped somebody's arm off. I ain't fucking with the leprechaun. Y'all crazy.
Chucky's easy, but
yeah. I was gonna say who here doesn't think they could take out Chucky? Like
Fuck that little nigga.
right? Like you just punt him. Like Chucky's not that scary.
unless he grabs your foot as you
I'll boof
kicking
him
him
up
and
my ass.
bite.
It'll be over.
What?
Whoa.
That's it. He'll die in my intestines.
All right, another one. Jaws. Ain't getting caught in no water.
Right?
You crazy?
Deep.
Yo, there's this crazy killer shark. It's the biggest shark around. Let's all get in the boat and go look at him. I'd be like, nah. Y'all
What about
bugging.
those people at the beach just enjoying their beach time?
Yeah, I'll be a beach person. I'll be in the sand watching from a distance. All right? I'm not.
Man, Pucho left me in the ocean to defend myself from a
This is the
stingray.
stupidest shit this guy says. I'm sick of it. We're swimming in the ocean,
It's the truth.
and then we see a stingray. So I screamed, "Stingray!" And I started swimming back really fast. And then he's like, "Yo, you left me." I'm like, "What was it? What was I supposed to hold you? Like we're in the water. How do you expect this to play out?" Like I screamed "Stingray" multiple times and swam off. I don't know what the treatment was. I was supposed to like materialize a boat and then we could take off together.
I just don't see the point of swimming away from the stingray. It's not going to kill you.
No, Tony goes and leans and lays back and he floats. You grab one of his big old feet,
Exactly.
and then you paddle yourself in with the other one like a little tugboat.
Facts. There was two of them, him and Everett. They both could have grabbed me and just carried me away. Like that's it.
Like when you broke both of your ankles.
You mean twisted my ankles? Yeah, I twisted my ankles.
No, you broke both of them.
Tony sprained both his ankles at once.
At the
He
same
jumped,
time,
He
dude?
jumped and landed in the air and sprained both of
Spraying
them.
my shit.
Holy
They had to carry him.
shit.
They carried him to his car. They carried him off the court.
Shit was bad.
Crazy.
Damn.
But yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
it's possible.
Yeah,
Anything's
nobody
possible.
believes him. Nobody believes the story.
So it happened.
I don't even know how he drove home with those sprained ankles.
One was completely gone. It had a titty on it. It was like a big ass knot. The other one, I could just press down on it just enough to make it home. It was bad. It
Oh
was bad.
my god.
I only lived like a mile from the house, from where I was at. Not that far. Gotta survive. But yeah.
What else y'all got? Y'all got any other horror villains?
The Children of the Corn, man. It's just a bunch of teenagers with knives. Just punch those kids. Hit him with a
Damn,
stick
I
or
never have
something.
seen children look born. There's a bunch of kids with knives.
Yeah, it's just like a village that all the children decided to kill the adults and take over the village.
That's crazy.
They're not super
Yeah,
intimidating.
that's kind of scary. Like a pack of 20 kids running at you with knives. That's just hard to beat.
There's
I mean,
only
you
like
got
one.
reach on them, you know. You got some reach, but if they can start cutting your hands, you know.
There's only like one or two of them that are actually bloodthirsty. The rest are just kind of like in for the ride on this little like children's cult.
I see.
I think
Okay.
I think I could get away from Pyramid Head. He doesn't ever seem
that's
like he
scary.
runs.
He's
just
talking about
walks.
Silent Hill. I
Yeah.
do not want to be in Silent Hill.
Yeah, there's no part of me that wants to be in the Silent Hill world.
I'll kill myself, dude. That shit will give me an anxiety attack. That I'll be like, nah, I'm over. This is over.
Yeah.
You know,
Although in Silent Hill 2, you could just wait outside till morning because only the bad stuff happens indoors. That's kind of a cop out, I guess. But
Everything in Silent Hill feels like it's very wet. Like everything's got to be damp in Silent
Like
Hill,
it's
right?
damp.
it feels
Yeah, I
like
don't
it,
like
yeah,
that shit.
from the mist.
And that, you know that shit stinks because everything's like damp all the time. They got little wahos.
Like a sulfury smell.
Yeah, everything's like damp. I feel like there's like slithery stuff all over the place. I don't want to be in that world.
All right. Michael Myers. I'll survive
Yeah?
Michael Myers. Yeah.
No way.
No
Wait,
way.
that
For
dude
sure,
can't.
for sure.
That dude can't. You see that kid that was playing as Michael Myers? He popped back up immediately.
That was hilarious.
That was fucking funny.
That was awesome. But yeah, Michael Myers only really kills his family and people that are around his family. And if that woman came to try to be my friend or get a job at my job or shop at the store I worked at, I'm out of there. I would see her and go, no, and I would leave. I'd be like, hell no.
What if your wife burst into your room right now and said, "Oh my God, we have to pack up and go. I never told you my last name is actually Myers."
I will take my kid and say, you're on your own, bitch.
No, you're fucked. Nah, you're fucked, Pooch. Because your daughter's blood ties with your wife at that point. You're going to have to defend
Now,
her.
Michael Myers actually was very nice to his niece. Okay, I don't know if you remember that. That was in the third Halloween movie. He actually unmasked himself to her and let her go.
Huh? I do
was
not
cool to-
remember that.
Yeah.
Wonder why he
It was
give
the
her
third
a
Halloween
chance.
movie. It's a stupid one. I think it ends in like a rock slide or some weird shit. Like, fucking Halloween movies suck.
The first one's good.
I like the first two. Halloween 2 is fire. In the hospital, that shit scared me as a kid.
Really?
I just felt like, yo, your legs can't not be working that poorly. Like, they can't be that bad. Like, she just couldn't walk. So she was just stumbling. You know, like in the beginning of Phantom Pain where you're crawling around the hospital? It's like that when Michael Myers chasing her around the hospital and then doors are locking or people trying to help her and getting murdered along the way. Like I said, oh, the Michael Myers girl, you know, she's coming here. Hell, I'm out. I'm like, yo, peace. Somebody's covering my shift. I don't give a fuck. You got to fire me. No call, no show. I'll be out.
No comment. Sure.
See,
Hell
this
no.
is like It Follows. I feel like I could survive It Follows.
Hell, not me. That's just weird.
Nah.
You think you can
just-
survive? Like, maybe for 24 hours I could survive. A lifetime of people just slowly chasing you? Hell
You
no.
just get really into that van life thing, and you just buy a little van. You just travel around the country. Just every day you're in a new town.
Can you imagine the anxiety though?
Oh, man.
Like you gotta sleep eventually. Like you need to make up at least an 8-hour difference of walking before you could like park and stay. You know what I'm saying? That don't feel good.
What
I
if
don't
it,
feel good.
what if it learns how to drive a car too? It's just right behind you everywhere you go, just tailgating you.
Why is that less scary to me than if it was just walking after me? It's like a thing driving a car behind me, less scary than a thing walking after me.
Yeah, It Follows is creepy. Like the idea of constantly being chased, I'm straight off that bullshit.
And by a doppelganger, it can just look like whatever it wants to.
Yeah, that too. Oh my God. Dewey walks into the crib, murders me. That should be shocking.
Damn.
You can't trust nobody. I gotta be like, Dewey's in New York. This isn't Dewey. But then I'll go to New York and then he'll still pull up as Dewey and then I'll shoot him, but then I kill David. And then it's didn't they make him fall in the swimming pool in the movie?
Yes.
How'd that work out?
I don't remember the end of the movie anymore. They were in the swimming pool. They threw a bunch of electronic devices in. He threw them at them with like psychic powers that the creature has now. And
But was it stuck in the pool? I can't remember.
I think it's still following them at the end of the movie. I feel like they killed it temporarily, but it still is like it always follows.
Here's a quick twist right here. Got to choose either one. Who are you willing to fight and you think you might survive? Alien or the Predator?
Alien.
Alien for sure. Predator's way too smart.
The Predator's got weapons. He's got tactics. Yeah. And I don't think I'm going to survive.
He's trained his entire life to find and kill people or kill prey. That's his sole thing.
Yeah,
like the alien got killed by a woman. Like she's just a scientist, or no, she's not even a scientist. She just hauls. She's like a member. Fucking. They haul like
supplies or some shit.
Like
right?
rocks, I think is what they like haul rocks, space rocks. They're just bringing. It's like, all right, this is a person. She's probably smart. She's clearly smart and capable, but it didn't take a whole lot. She just jettisoned him out of space. I mean, the alien would suck though.
They would both suck. Like I'm saying Alien, but I'm also like we're talking like a 1% chance of survival compared to like a 0.001% chance of survival against the Predator or something.
Is it an Alien 1 alien or an Alien 2 alien?
Oh shit, I didn't go that deep, but I would say Alien 2.
If it's Alien 2, it's lit. They're like bugs. You just shoot them with a gun and they'll die. Alien 1, that thing was like unstoppable. Like it just couldn't die. In Alien 2, they set up a turret and they shot like 1,000 aliens, just obliterated. So it's like they were just weak as shit.
They were weak ones.
I mean, to be fair, Danny Glover defeated the Predator in Predator 2. He just had like revolver too, didn't he?
You guys think you could survive a Terminator?
Terminator?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think so, man. Maybe not even the first generation Terminator. There was an entire police department emptying guns into Arnold's face. Didn't care. Unfazed.
He went to the police department and destroyed them. It's not like, yeah, hell no.
Yeah, people, they went about it the wrong way. You're going to destroy a robot, you got to hit it with an EMP grenade, bro. Simple.
Where do you have an EMP grenade at?
It's so simple, Mateo. It's simple.
Chop his head off. He can't do shit. It's over with. Stab him in the fucking head with a katana sword or something. That's it.
Maybe you don't remember the Terminator.
I remember the Terminator.
You think stabbing him with a sword is more effective than shooting him like 15 times with a sawed-off shotgun?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Right in the eye.
Opinion.
He's gonna stab metal.
He's
gonna cut the uncuttable. I'd love to see this.
And this is only the first Terminator. Think of like the later on ones that were liquid metal and all that crazy shit.
The T-1000 is unstoppable. Like you're not beating that thing. The T-800, maybe. All right, maybe you could run away like they did in the movie long enough where you could come up with something. The T-1000, they needed a Terminator to even compete with this guy. Like he's unstoppable.
And he still ripped Arnold to pieces at the end. It was a lucky win in T2.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
That liquid metal one, I don't think I'm beating that.
You just turn the AC up and it'll turn the heat up real high in your apartment.
Nah, that shit.
Yeah, that shit was super scary because like I'm pretty sure, and Doe, correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like we had just recently watched this together, like a year ago maybe, the Terminator 2. But he doesn't even show his liquid abilities, I don't think, until he walks through the bars. Like with Sarah Connor, like chasing Sarah Connor. So it's like that whole beginning of the movie, he just seemed like another T-800 just running around,
But you also seen that he could shapeshift because he turns into his foster mother, and he's talking to him on the phone. Where are you?
And he's got the finger.
Yeah, he's got the thing. So we do see that
I see.
Yeah, he has like he shapeshifts.
Even the last Terminator with the chick, I forget her name. She was a badass Terminator. She might be one of the baddest Terminators.
Yeah,
that movie was pretty good, honestly. I like that one.
It was kind of garbage. T3?
What, Terminator Genesis?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, with the white
with
chick.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh, I've never watched that one.
This fucking tweet. 2 words. Let's go, Brandon.
I'm with it. Let's go, Brandon, bro.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I don't get that.
People were chanting "fuck Joe Biden" at a NASCAR event, and one of the announcers were like, "The crowd is chanting, 'Let's go, Brandon.' Who's Brandon?" But they were chanting "fuck Joe Biden." So now "Let's go, Brandon" is like undercover "fuck Joe Biden." When people say "Let's go, Brandon," they're kind of saying "fuck Joe Biden." But now the liberals have sort of embraced the Brandon, and they're like, now they call Joe Biden Brandon. And now that sometimes Joe Biden just says crazy shit, they call him Dark Brandon.
Dark Brandon.
I love it. Yo, the other day they got Joe Biden on recording. He just straight up said, "Nobody fucks with Joe Biden." Yo, there's a video of this shit.
No.
I was like, this is ridiculous.
No.
And then a guy was like, "Yeah, nobody. You're right." He patted Joe Biden on the shoulder. I was like, what is happening here?
Didn't he say he was half Puerto Rican or something like that last week?
Who
He was
said
like,
that?
There's a lot
What?
of Puerto Ricans in Delaware. I was almost raised by them. Some shit like that. I was like, wow, this guy's reaching. You know,
Fuck with that.
they give him mad body love out there. He says there's a big Puerto Rican population in Delaware, which is cool because it is close.
But back to what we were saying.
So I'm gonna
Terminator.
just continue. So Tony, I don't know if you were talking about the Terminator 3 chick that she's like got the claws, kind of like the villain in X-Men 2, like the woman Wolverine or whatever. But in Terminator Genesis, I actually like the little twist they did where they were kind of trying to do like the alternate timeline thing where in the original Terminator movie, Kyle Reese pulls up on Sarah Connor and he's like, you know,
Come with me if you want to
said-
live.
Yeah, exactly. Come with me if you want to live. It's like a famous fucking line now. But in this one, like an alternate Sarah Connor pulls up on Kyle Reese and tells him, "Come with me if you want to live." And then they start escaping, and it's one of the worst Terminator movies ever.
Oh, maybe not. I think it's the white chick, blonde chick, whatever. With that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're thinking of the most recent one, which is Terminator Dark Fate. That one was good. That one was real good.
Oh, okay, wow. I didn't even know there was another Terminator. I thought Genesis was the latest one.
Nah, Dark Fate was good. I enjoyed that one. I think T2, T1 still the best Terminator movies. The first and second one, but
I
there's
don't
some
even think
decent ones
that's
in
it.
there.
I don't even think that's it. But
Are you thinking about the TV show? Because there was also a TV show.
no, it was a movie. The kid was in Mexico. It was a kid that was Mexican kid.
That's Dark Fate.
But that's Dark Fate. Okay, then all right, bet. Cool.
Yeah, it's the Mexican chick that they're trying to save this time.
Yep. That's it. That was a good one. That was a
But
decent
nah.
Terminator.
We're not surviving the Predator anyways. I didn't know. You said Donald Glover killed the Predator with a revolver. I don't remember.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Who the fuck is Danny? Donald Glover. Donald Glover's the new kid, right?
Yeah,
All
Donald
right,
Glover's
so
the
I've been mixing them up, bro. I even
That's true.
really thought about it and still fucked it up.
He was Ocelot revolver out there, just shooting with revolvers. Doop, 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 doop. That's
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure he was just like a cop with like the standard issue like 80s revolver.
It's in New York, that one, right? With Danny Glover?
I think so.
I remember that one being really good. But
Danny Glover doesn't look athletic enough to kill anybody.
if I'm not
like-
correct, that was like a straight to DVD though. Like, or straight to video cassette. I don't think that one even really came out.
I think it had a full release. It just wasn't well received. Like we didn't see a Predator movie for a while after that one, I would imagine. I don't know, dude. My Predator like filmography.
Yeah, it's fucking all over.
Not up to snuff.
Yeah, the Predator 2 made $57 million at the box office.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Which is
on
nothing.
on a budget of $35
That's
million.
nothing?
So
Oh,
they
that's
made their
nothing,
money
yeah.
back, and then
20
like
mil.
20 million on top of that.
It's
but
not a
the
lot.
studios say like, all right, that wasn't worth
For
it.
that type of movie, though? I mean, it's not a
I don't know.
fucking
What are you trying to
AAA
say?
movie. Like, Predator's not like a
I
fucking...
think it is when it came out.
I'm not saying that it should have made more money or anything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I'm just saying that studios would say, "Oh, we invested $35 million to make $57 million. That's not worth it. We'll make other investments." That's all I'm saying. I like Predator 1 though. Or I don't remember how Arnold even kills Predator in that movie.
It's the mud.
Well, that's how he hides.
He
But how
hides.
does he actually kill him?
Don't they like punch each other? Doesn't he stab him or something? He
If he
takes him on
punches
and
the Predator to death, that's ridiculous.
he takes him on and like armed combat. I think like it's with like a spear or something.
I thought it was with an arrow.
You
Yeah, I
might
don't
be
know.
mixed-
The handshake
is
he
that
has with
Rambo?
Apollo, the handshake
that
he
might be
has with
Rambo.
Apollo Creed is still epic though.
That's that's my favorite gif on the internet.
Yeah, that's just the best.
I never. What do you mean? What handshake?
In Predator, I can't remember is his name Bill. I can't remember, but the actor for Apollo Creed, whatever, he's a character in Predator.
Oh.
And him and Arnold go back. They fought in some war together or some shit like that. So they were like, and so they called Arnold. And they're trying to kill this thing, and yeah, they have a moment where they do the most ridiculous handshake, and they're like they're doing almost like a. They're
Arm
like kind
wrestling.
of arm wrestling in the air, and they're so fucking buff. And they're ripped. Their arms are shredded, and you're just like, this looks ridiculous. And then like people online, they'll edit that shit. As soon as their handshake, clack, it'll be like a nuclear bomb or something. It's just stupid.
It's Carl Weathers. It's not. It's not.
Weathers.
You're thinking of the Lando actor though, because those two were like, they always seem like they were like playing the same fucking roles in movies.
Oh, by the way,
What's the Lando actor's name?
It's Billy D. Williams or
Oh,
something
Billy
like that.
D. Williams. All right, that's I'm like Bill. All right, what's up, Dory?
we were in the bar, and I remember somebody here saying that Ving Rhames was in the Green Mile, and I said that at the bar, and everybody was like, "That is not Ving Rhames."
Who's Vic Reigns?
It's like John Coffey or some shit like that. It's like a guy named John Coffey, because I think somewhere in the description or something it says something about Ving Rhames. So I thought
I think somebody said that on the pod, and then we turned it into a joke in the description.
Michael Clark Duncan in that one.
Yeah, there you go.
It's definitely not Ving Rhames.
I don't remember anybody saying that. That's weird.
It was like Ving Rhames. It wasn't on pod. It was like a description that was written out for that one.
No, that's definitely me then.
Yeah.
Ving Rhames, that's baby boy's stepfather.
Yeah. Imagine that guy on the Green Mile.
Or he's Marcellus Wallace.
Super buff,
Yeah.
The Ving Rhames he's not ripped, but he's buff.
making
he's
eggs in
big,
the
he's
morning.
big.
I mean, Michael Clark Duncan's a big
Him
ripped
too.
dude too, though. Remember in Armageddon, he jumps on that table and he's flexing in front of all those astronauts.
Yeah, that dude, he's big. He's massive.
Yeah, he's buffed. as
I love him
fuck.
in Talladega Nights.
Oh, don't you wish that evil
Put
on
that
me?
evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Classic shit. But yeah, man. Also another beautiful Halloween topic here, boys. Best horror game played. Or we could switch it up to a little bit, maybe say best all time, maybe
I mean, Amnesia freaked me the fuck out when I played that one. That first Amnesia
Amnesia?
game.
Yes.
I never played it.
Fire. I really
It's
enjoyed
good.
that game.
How
I
was
was
it?
scared to play that game.
The footsteps in the water got me.
Footsteps.
Yeah, it's like it's just a bunch of crazy, creepy creatures chasing you. It's got Joey, what is that game? I want to say it's like a GameCube game or something. Where as you're playing,
Eternal Darkness.
you have a sanity meter, and as your sanity gets lower, crazy shit starts happening. I think that does almost like the Metal Gear Solid shit a couple of times too, where it's like, oh, the game failed, but you're actually still playing the fucking game.
It's a PlayStation 4 game.
They might have remade it.
Amnesia, The
it's
Dark Descent.
Amnesia. Yeah, it came
Amnesia.
out for PS4. Yeah.
But yeah,
You can
it's
play
got
it.
it's got this similar sanity system though, where you'll start hearing shit and seeing stuff. I love that kind of shit in like scary, spooky games.
Yeah, it sucks because you have like a lantern and you got to use the light to see because the game is really fucking dark. But also, if you don't use the lantern, your sanity meter will go down, and
I love
like
it.
then you start seeing shit and it's creepy as fuck.
The volume meter on your TV will pop up, and it's just like the classic one that you would have on your TV, and it start going all the way down, and you can't hear nothing. You're like, who's doing that?
That's fucking scary, bro. That's fire.
Yeah, that was
That's
a GameCube
clever.
game. Yeah,
I never played that.
Never played it.
Yeah. No, it's Eternal Darkness. You never played Eternal Darkness?
I might give it a try.
I watched my brother play it. I never
wow.
actually played it.
It's hard. I got like maybe halfway through the game. That game's hard. It's got like some Resident Evil elements. You're like you play as like different people in different time periods, and then you'll always pop back into this mansion, and then you have to do like escape room type shit in this, trying to figure out all these puzzles in the mansion. And then like I got halfway there, and I remember I got stuck. The game's kind of a little difficult halfway. Like the difficulty spikes up.
I've got a weird one.
Yeah, I don't like how the camera puts you like at an angle. It's so weird. I saw the mute button. It just says mute like the old TVs. The volume's going down. That's ridiculous.
It was such a cool system, dude. It was
as a child. That shit scared me. That shit scared me. I'm like, how are they doing it?
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I didn't play too many like horror games, but there's some of them that I have like 4 or 5, but the most recent one was PT. PT scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, but PT's barely a game.
Yeah,
but
it's barely
I
a
agree.
game, but that shit was scary as fuck.
I will say something. PT is a demo. I don't think there's been a game as scary since PT has come out. I think it raised the bar for like scary, and I don't think a lot of people have reached it.
I don't know, man. Those Outlast games are real spooky. Something about that little like the camera view and how dark all the stages are, and just their only ability is to hide from people. Those Outlast games are fucking creepy.
Those are also my biggest problems with those games. Is they're just hide and seek. Mm-hmm. Ooh, you see me. I gotta run away now. And you run away, and there's like excitement there. But that gameplay loop for me gets a little bit old. It's like a walking simulator / there was a game called Soma, another horror themed game. Really cool concept, really cool story. But it was just one of those things where you just had to hide and seek, and it had some cool elements to it. It was about the end of the world and people saving their brains onto hard drives and shit like that. So it was a really cool fucking story.
To be fair though, in a spooky game, when they give me a gun, it makes the game less scary for me. Like once I have a weapon and I can fight back, it's not as scary whenever you're like running away from a creature or something.
I think you can still make it scary. Just make that gun puny. Just like make it so that you have to like, you know what I mean? They're tough.
I mean, this is why like there has not been a scary Resident Evil game since like the first one or something like that, right? Like, are those new Resident Evil games actually scary? Do they actually frighten you?
I genuinely thought that there was some really good moments in 7. When you play part 7, there's some good moments there that I'm like, ooh, this is good horror.
The one with the family does seem spooky. Which one is that one?
That's 7. Yeah.
Is that
Hey,
7?
man, I was scared of Mr. X in Resident Evil 2. That fucker chased me. I didn't like that shit.
That was a broken
I
mechanic,
don't know.
though.
I've never been a big fan of playing games for horror itself. Like because there seems to be just one way to do it, is to just make you so incredibly powerless that that frustrates me. I like
same.
Amnesia was cool, and then after I played Amnesia, there was Soma, there was Alien Isolation, and probably a ton of other games where the core concept was solve these puzzles, walk around this area, and when the monster shows up, you got to hide and sneak around to get past.
I mean, Alien Isolation gave you weapons. You had like a gun and like a flamethrower and shit like that.
It wasn't enough for me. I was like, but this combat is lame.
I also never made it. I never made that game far enough to like actually fight the alien. Like I saw it a couple of times. I never had the alien actually pop out before that game lost my interest.
Another one too.
Friend of the pod, Sam, gamed the entire system in front of me. He's like, yeah, I already know how the alien works. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, just watch me. And he was showing me, he got the alien to get trapped in this room. He knew how to like manipulate the alien already. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Silent Hill games always scared the shit out of me.
Silent Hill has a good creepy environment. We were talking about it earlier. Everything's damp and gross.
The first 4 Silent Hill games are probably, in my definition, like the best horror games. Like of that time period, all the way up until The Room. The Room was a little bit iffy, but you were stuck in a room. You could look out the door and see shit. Then you had to crawl inside some hole in your apartment that just showed up. That shit is creepy.
I was just about to ask you, Doe. Let's say that you woke up tomorrow, you couldn't get out your door, and a hole appeared in your wall. How long are you waiting before you crawl through that hole?
I'm gonna piss in it first and maybe jerk off into the void.
Damn.
What is wrong with this?
It's fucking like Amon Targaryen. He's just jacking off the balcony.
That's a rush.
Yeah. Do you guys remember The Suffering on PS2?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like
Yes.
you were a prisoner in Alcatraz, and I can't really remember the story that much, but I remember that game really freaking me out. I think your character was like possessed. He could like turn into a monster or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like you were both the protagonist and the villain, and you were like killing people, and it wasn't clear if like these people were really trying to kill you or if you had been hunting these people. Yeah. And then there's like this crazy like insanity aspect behind the game, and the shit is just, it was a very creepy vibe. I'm sure if you go back and look at it, the game probably looks like shit. It's probably not as creepy as I recall, but I remember thinking as a horror game it was cool. It had a good deal of action, but as a premise, it was creepy. Like the whole game. Remember those like Max Payne nightmares, where it's just like, what?
No, because I think he got framed for killing his family or some bullshit like that, and it had a lot of like that stuff baked.
How you're just
into
like
it.
running around this super dark space, and you're kind of creeped out.
But
like,
let's
it's
talk
like
about that.
Elongated forever is like what that game felt like.
How many of you guys died at that part because of how anxious it made you in Max Payne when you had to walk on the little thin bloodline
And
and
you had
the
to
baby,
jump across
the
that
baby
bloodline.
in the background?
I died because the platforming in that game was garbage, and they wanted you to do the most fine-tuned like platforming in the world. Like Bucha was saying, you try to jump, you just don't make that jump.
Yeah, I hated that part in the
That
game.
sucked.
You know what else scared me? The final boss in Twisted Metal 2 was just a gigantic version of Sweet Tooth, and it always scared me because of like the size difference of your car and this huge car. It's like, I don't know. It always scared me. I had to pause the game and wait till my brother came home so we could play it together.
That's crazy.
Here's one of my scariest gaming moments. It's not actually like, I don't think it's a scary game, but it scared the shit out of me. The very first time I played Minecraft, did not know there were enemies in that game, especially not creepers. So there I am in a mine, just like digging, and it's got that like little ambient like Minecraft music, and then I hear a fucking explosion and I'm dead. And this is like at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I screamed. Like I think I woke up like one of my roommates or something, because I wasn't mentally prepared. Didn't realize there were exploding fucking creeper bosses in that stupid game.
The scariest shit about Minecraft was that like in the early game, sometimes you'd come across like little structures that it looked like you built them, but you didn't. Like they're built the way that players build like little, just like a all dirt little hovel with like a door or something, like things like that. And you would find shit like that, just like weird little structures that you're like, I didn't build that, but like it looks not generated. Like this looks like it was built. And then you'd be in the tunnels, like digging around. It would just feel eerie. I don't know. Minecraft always creeped me out a little bit, even with no enemies. And then there was the whole Herobrine thing. I don't know if you heard of that.
Herobrine,
that Herobrine thing creeped me out too. It was like, ugh. It was a creepypasta, basically. People just made up a whole story about Herobrine, talking about, there's this other character in Minecraft. He like builds things and he looks just like you, but his eyeballs are white. Sometimes you'll be, in a mine and you'll catch a glimpse of him, but then you can't ever catch him and blah. It was a bullshit like that. And then in one of the updates to Minecraft, in the patch notes, it said removed Herobrine. Like, so they were like in on the joke.
What's the name of the game though that you was playing with a Polaroid picture? You had to take pictures to actually see. What was the name of that game?
Is that Alan Wake?
Is that Alan Wake?
No, it's a different one. You're talking about the Japanese horror one, Silent Frame or something like
Fatal
that.
Frame?
Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame. Yeah, bro, that shit was scary.
Fatal Frame is super creepy.
That
Yeah.
shit is fucking creepy.
Japanese
shit.
horror has always been. I've loved Japanese horror. You know what was good? That was horror, but it was all four of us playing, and I don't remember us having this much fun in this type of game. The Forest. That game was
That had a
not
little jump
scary,
scare. It
but
had
when you went into the caves and we were trying to make it out, it was like chaotic.
So that's when you seen everybody just says "fuck you" and fight for yourself. People would just start scattering. Like, yo, one moment I saw Pucho next to me, and he was just fucking gone. Bro, I had no torch. I didn't see shit. I just died. I said, "Fuck it." What I'm gonna do here?
That game had a creepy vibe, but it has one of my favorite feelings in games are finding unexpected things, and there's like this excitement of exploring this unexpected thing. It gives me that feeling of like in Lost when they're in the middle of this jungle and they find a hatch with all these computers in it, and you're like, what the fuck? Like the Forest had that vibe where it was like you're running around, you're fighting these weird creatures and these weird caves and this and that. And then we explored these caves deeper and deeper and deeper. And then we found the door. We went into the door and it was like a fucking futuristic laboratory. And we're like, whoa, like that shit. I always just find that's just so fucking cool.
That's why I love
awesome.
that show. I binge watched the fuck out of that show, bro. 7 seasons long, bro. I did it in like a month. She was
like the only person on planet Earth who loves Lost.
I hated the ending though, but overall the show was really fucking good.
Yeah, those like first 2 seasons were awesome. Like the others and the hatch, and then they get in, and then the number. All the mysteries are so cool, but the answers sucked.
I wonder if the game you were talking about, Tony, was the game that I played on PlayStation 3, the Condemned game where you're a detective and you have to take pictures and you have to zoom in to the body parts and like see the marks and stuff like that. There was the game called Condemned that was a horror game where you also used like a camera.
All I remember is you was in the woods, you take a picture and you look at it and then you just threw it away. That's all I remember.
No, I don't remember that.
So it had to be fatal. It had to be fatal. It had to be because that shit was fucking. I hate games like that. I don't like games where, especially like if you're playing it and you just feel like you're by yourself, like, and it's just like anything just jumps right out. I don't like any of them shits. I'm good. Keep all that.
You know, it's funny the things that creep you out as like a kid though, right? Because like, y'all ever play like the first Splatterhouse game?
No.
It's goofy, like side-scrolly, like brawler. You play as like this dude that gets resurrected with a hockey mask. You look like Jason Voorhees, what you look like. And those games freaked me the fuck out as a kid because I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because I just saw Jason in my head. I don't know if it's because you're fighting a bunch of like creepy like zombies and demons and shit like that. That game creeped me the fuck out. I'm looking at like screenshots of it now. It's the most childish, basic looking nonsense around.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember playing Streets of Rage 3, and as you get a couple levels into that game, there's like this spooky kind of area where these like devils start appearing. And I remember being scared because I was fighting the fucking devil. And then my grandmother was in the room, and the whole time she was shit talking us because she's like, "Oh, look at this, look at this shit these games are playing. Look at the violence. They're beating the shit out of people. Oh, look at the blood." Oh, the whole time. And then when the devils came up, forget about it. Because my grandmother's so fucking religious. She was like, "Oh my God, it's the devil. They put the devil in the game."
Did you tell her, Grandma, chill? We're beating the shit out of the devil.
Yeah, I remember that night we were creeped out. Me and my cousin were playing it. I don't know why. We were freaked out. We turned the game off. And then my grandmother forced us to do like these prayers or something. It was whack. I was pissed off.
That's terrible.
The prayers creeped me out even worse, yo.
Facts.
Yo, my grandmother was crazy, yo. She was like, because we lived in the hood, right? Like if she caught us looking out the window, she'll just start yelling at you because she'll be like, "You're gonna get shot looking out the window." Like Cause like mad kids be getting shot in the hood, be just looking out the windows and shit. Like so she'll hear like a fucking car like backfire, like she'll grab you, she'll slam you to the ground like a Vietnam movie, bro. Like she's like, we hitting the deck, ain't nobody dying on my watch.
Your grandma would have gotten along with my dad. My dad's crazy nonsense he used to say when we were growing up all the time. If we were looking out the window, he'd yell at us to stop looking out the window or someone's going to throw a rock at us. And I never understood that. I still don't understand that to this day, what my dad's life was, that he looked out windows and got rocks thrown at him.
They've been through the mud, bro. They've been traumatized. I feel bad for them. That's a traumatizing life that you're so scared that you got to pass this scary shit on to your grandkids. That shit's crazy. Poor lady.
Yeah, there are 2 games that I really enjoyed in the past like 10 years. They had the Evil Within. I'm not sure if this is like an Evil Dead knockoff or something, but
I think it's its own thing.
Yeah, the Evil Within, super good. I didn't like it the first time I played it, but then I realized it's just a Resident Evil 4 clone. And then I was all in after I realized that. I was like, oh, this is just Resident Evil 4, but a different flavor. And then Evil Within 2, really good as well. I beat both of those games. Just fantastic games. There are certain things that I do want to experience. I want to experience Tony getting introduced to Mr. X. Like, I just want to see what Tony would do in that moment.
I've watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, I just think you're ruining the game for yourself.
I think we all need to play Phasmophobia and do some ghost busting.
That would be really cool. I'd be super down for that.
Was that PC?
Maybe. I'm not too sure.
I think it's just a PC game. I think it's early access, right?
I think it's still early access, honestly.
I heard it's good, but I haven't looked into it. Is it good?
Never played it. I've watched people play
4-player co-op?
I've watched people play it. It's 4-player co-op.
Yeah. We might have to try that out.
Definitely.
If it's
I don't mind it. Dead by Daylight is another one that it's not scary, but I don't like the thrill of being chased. I hate
Dead
that
by
shit.
Daylight can be scary. Like when you're hiding and that they bust open the locker you're hiding in.
I've been wanting to play that game with my friends. Everyone gets through the tutorial and they're like, I don't want to play this game anymore. And I'm like, damn.
And we all got it.
Nobody I know can make it through the tutorial. I've had like 3 or 4 friends I've wanted to play with. None of them. Shout out to Supernatural Games. They make all those interactive movie style games. They made the Dark Picture anthology. They recently made The Quarry, which I just recently beat. It's like a werewolf horror kind of game. I loved it, and it's very campy. It's cool. I think these games. I think they're getting better at making these style of games too.
I've got one that I played recently. I tweeted about it. It's this game called Dredge. It's only a demo now. It's supposed to come out next year. And it's not really like a spooky game, or like a scary game, but it's got like spooky vibes to it. It's got a very like Lovecraftian horror kind of thing going on. But you're like a boat captain, like a fisherman, and you just have to go out and fish during the day. You just take your little boat out, you go and fish spots, right? But at night, it gets super dark and this fog rolls in, and there's creepy like ghost ships and like creatures in the deep, and there's like this big mystery of what's actually happening in this little like island chain that you live in. It's pretty good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, like I was, like boating around like 2:00 in the morning in that game, and there was a boat that came towards me, and then it turned into like one of those like deep sea like angler fish and started chasing me. Fucking destroyed me. Destroyed me immediately. They do this weird thing too where it gets dark, so you're taking your boat around, and the rocks that you can normally see like all the way across the horizon,
Can't see it no more.
they don't pop in until like 10 feet from your boat now. So I just ran straight into a rock, got destroyed by this fish. Good time. Definitely gonna pick that up when it goes full release.
Can you just go home before it gets dark?
Yes, but there's certain mysteries that if you want to solve them, you have to go out in the middle of the night. And there's different fish that are only available at night, and they pay more money and things like that.
That's how you make a good game.
Yep.
Yeah.
You forced them to go out at night.
You're muted.
The best horror game is no doubt is The Last of Us, right? Like,
Ooh.
Yeah,
I've never thought of it as like a horror game, but it is though, right?
it
like,
is. It is.
yeah, maybe partially horror, but
It's a
think you're
jump
right. I
scare
mean,
for sure, though.
It's got jump scares. It's just like the relationship building and storytelling aspect of it is just so strong that I forget that there's the spookies part of it too. Shit,
Yeah.
that parking garage you end up in or whatever, where it's just pitch black and
yeah.
you have to go and turn on the generators or like just creepy.
And all you
scene.
hear is,
yeah, it's like the basement of a hotel or some shit.
that's
like
all
that.
you
Yeah,
hear
that
is
shit
clickers.
scary.
That's-
Or Billstown. Billstown, I didn't like. It was
I
too
love
much clicker
Billtown.
action.
No, I love that shit. That shit
I
was
don't like
nice.
Billstown. That's where I'm at right now, and I'm like, ugh.
Billtown
What
was
about
fire.
what about
When I
games that
first
are
played The Last of Us on the PS3, I got to Billstown and just stopped playing it.
Damn.
I
Oh,
didn't
shit.
continue it until The Last of Us
told you.
Remastered came out on the PS4.
damn?
So you told him what you told him.
Because
What
I
about
told
game-
them I beat the game, and I was like, dude, you have to play the game. I beat it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
What
missing
about
out. He was
what
right.
about games that are unexpectedly scary? Like they have like an unexpected scary bit in there, like the
Like
Minecraft thing earlier. But like Half-Life 2, when you go to that town, what is that town? That
Ravenholm?
Ravenholm.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's a
no,
nice-
don't go to Ravenholm. No one goes to
no
Ravenholm.
one goes to Ravenholm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that part of the game, I put the game down. I had been going to Doey's house after school when we were in high school and playing Half-Life 2 on his computer, and I got to Ravenholm and I didn't play the game for like a week. I was like, I don't want to play. I don't like horror shit like that. And then Doey kept telling me to play. I was missing out, and I was. Half-Life
Shout out-
episode 2, fire. Episode 1, fire.
Yep.
Shout out only to Dead Space 1 and 2. 3 doesn't even exist. But Dead Space 1 and 2, shout out to you.
Bioshock was another one that was a little creepy too.
has some
Bioshock was
creepy
definitely
vibes.
creepy.
That was surprising.
Shout out to the UI in Dead Space.
Facts.
I love the way they did the whole thing where
The
you
health
see
bar on his back?
The health bar on his back, or like there's no map, but to see where you gotta go, it's like on his display, but it's like scanned onto the ground.
Yeah.
Or like the bullet count is on his hand. There's no real menus in that game. Or like there's no real UI. Everything is like in world. I always thought that was so fucking cool.
It helps like make you feel like you're actually in that world. It aids a lot by having that clever UI like that.
No, yeah, but they did.
What
their
I don't
thing.
like is that, like every other game on planet Earth, they play music to let you know that there's enemies around, and Dead Space doesn't do that. It's just silent. So you always have the feeling of, oh, the room is clear, there's no enemies, whatever, and you'll just be standing there, maybe looking at your bullets or reading things, and then bam, something just hits you, and that shit scares me every time. I don't like that shit.
That shit was good. They're making a remastered one, a version of it on PS5.
I saw
People
that.
are pissed off about it.
Are they really?
I'm excited.
It looked good. When
I
I,
might
saw
play it.
like I looked at
saw
like
the
the
game.
side by side and it looks good.
It looks good.
Hey, y'all know me. I ain't a remastered bitch, but I might play it. I only played Dead Space 1 because Doe forced me to, and I kind of enjoyed it, but I never beat it. So
But why would you play it? I think according to you, you're supposed to not buy it so that they don't make any more remakes.
well, because I never really played it all the way through.
But then
all the
you're
way
going to
through.
encourage the creation of remakes and remasters.
I'm only getting it remastered because I've never really beat the game. So
Yeah, but
technically,
when you
it's my
buy
first
it, they're
playthrough.
going to say, "Oh, people love remasters. We'll make more." Why would you support that?
They're going to
I
do a
wanna-
remaster of the remaster next year.
Nah, well, I'm not buying that.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much. It's different when it's your first playthrough. There's loopholes. I found it.
How do you feel about the Horizon remaster? A game we only had 5 years ago.
Fucking idiots. I hope you didn't buy that. You bought that?
No, they just rumored that it was either gonna get updated or there's like a PS5 version that's gonna be made.
Oh, okay. I thought it was out or something. I was like, nah, fuck that. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were doing that. That's weird. That's
That's
super weird.
super weird.
Stupid shit. It's because everybody's doing it. That's why. This is what you get
Mm-hmm.
when everybody's doing it. It's y'all's
Probably
fault.
probably get a God of War remaster.
Ugh. Wait, which one?
The first one.
Ah. Not
Well, the
necessary.
Yeah, I
first one in the
don't think God of
reboot.
Oh,
The
yeah,
one that came
doesn't
out in
need a remake.
2018. Didn't that one come out like 2017?
Something like that, dude.
Terrible. But if If you stuck with us this long, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share, like, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all social media platforms, all audio-only platforms. We're out here. Always. And also, shout out to all the fans and viewers that constantly interacted with us on Discord, on Twitter posts, comments, IG comments. Shout out to you guys. Thank you.
Join our Discord. Join us.
Join it. And as always, people, go on up yourself. Peace.